Good morning, and welcome to your daily Farm and Home Show, brought to you by the University of Kentucky Cooperative Extension Service. And now, here's your host. Good morning, and welcome to your Farm and Home Show. My name is Joanna Coles, and this morning we're visiting with Andrea Stith. She's the Barren County Extension Agent for Horticulture. Good morning, Andrea.
Good morning, Joanna. Thank you for having me back.
Oh, I'm so excited because we're going to talk about one of my favorite topics today, and that is herbs.
Yes, I love herbs. When I was growing up, my mom and them didn't really do a whole lot with herbs, so I learned a whole lot when I was working in Davis County. There was a master gardener there, and she loved herbs and taught me so many things. So I want to share a little bit of what she had taught me with everybody today, and that is that basically herbs, they're not scary, they're easy to grow. They do prefer full sun, most of them. Some of them can prefer partial shade, but it's something that if you're just beginning, you can try to do some herbs, and they can be grown indoors if that's your only option, and they're really great in little small containers. So like something about this big.
So if you don't have a lot of room.
So if you don't have a lot of room and you want to have something green and you want to grow something fresh that you can use, that's a great option, is to do some herb containers. Plus, some of the herbs are actually grown better in containers because they have a tendency to get a little invasive. So I don't know if you've ever grown mint.
I do, and it's in a container.
It is in a container, yes. So it has a tendency, and some of the other ones have a tendency, but that's the main one that I know is a problem child in the garden.
My oregano and mint, they have their own separate containers and separate ends of the garden, but what I love about herbs is they are so easy to grow, but they can add so much flavor.
Yes, they're definitely a great option to add. If you're looking for something in their recipe and it's missing something, add an herb. You can try different ones. There's different varieties of them. So basil, there's so many different varieties. One restaurant I used to go to would only use purple basil for their recipes, and I thought that was really cool, and so I actually started growing with kids some of the purple basil, and we actually sold it to the restaurant, so that was really cool to let the kids see that as well. So there's different varieties, and you kind of learn your taste and learn which ones you like, and then you can grow them. Most of the herbs are pretty easy to start from seed. There are a few that you definitely want to start early on indoors, so that way you can take them out in the garden so you'll get the full effect of them and get the most use out of them. But there's a few, such as dill. It's one that likes to be planted where it's going to stay. It doesn't transplant real easy. So doing a little bit of research is always important. And of course, the Extension Office has a pub for that. So we have a pub. It's called the Culinary Herbs. It is HO-74 for those of you going to your Extension Office and asking for it. If you tell them it's HO-74, they'll be able to help you find it. And it's about culinary herbs. It's about the different things you can do with them. It talks about harvesting. It's going to talk about how to store them if you're drying them or if you're planning to use them in a few days. Different options there. It also talks about how to cook with them and how to make herb butters, how to make herb teas, how to make herb oil and put herbs in your oils. So making salad dressings and things and adding those herbs in. You can put herbs in salts. You can make rubs. You can do soup garnishes. All kinds of different options. You can make pesto. So the herbs options are endless.
Absolutely.
They truly are.
And we have recipes in this publication, but also
the Kentucky Proud plated up recipes. They're out there. So we've got a few of them that I brought today. So there's mozzarella basil chicken with roasted grape tomatoes. So basil goes really great with tomatoes, and that's something that both of those things are fairly easy to grow. So then we also have a tomato basil salad that we brought the recipe for. And the cucumber and corn and bean salsa has some herbs in it as well. So most of our recipes, they're trying to incorporate some of those fresh herbs in there.
And the benefit of that is we don't have to use as much sodium in our dishes.
Because it's going to have that flavor without adding all that salt.
Absolutely. I mean, you've added so much fragrance to the set. I'm smelling the cilantro and the basil. It just makes me hungry. So.
Well, I am glad you're enjoying it. My car smells very potent.
Oh, I bet. And that's the great thing. They're not only culinary, but a lot of people will introduce these into like flower arrangements and their landscapes.
And they're very good for your senses. It's great to start gardening with kids as well to help them learn about smells and textures and things. So this publication also has like how to grow it, how you can propagate it, what kind of sun exposure that it needs, various uses for each herb. And there are herbs in here that I've never even seen some people grow, but they talk about it. So if you find them and you want to try them out, try something new. One of my master gardeners a couple years ago tried borage for the first time.
Oh, yeah.
And so she was really experimenting with trying different things, and that was one that she tried that she hadn't grown before. So even experienced gardeners, there's something that you can learn here, and there's some things that you can try that maybe you haven't seen before as well.
I know, it's awesome. My husband hates cucumbers. so I raised the one that tastes like cucumbers. You can never find the cucumber in it. So, you know,
funny.
you can have a lot of fun with herbs. But there's a lot of information at the Extension office as well as recipes. So, Andrea, I appreciate you being here with us today and sharing this with us. If you have questions, you know who to call, us at the Extension office. We appreciate you watching and hope you have a great day. If you have questions about today's topic, please call the Barren County Extension office at the number on your screen. Thanks for watching and have a great day.